Hey, what's up, you guys? WWE fan 0599 here again, and welcome to Horrorfest 2016. And, of course, this year for Horrorfest 2016, we have a theme, and this year's theme is horror comedies. And we're gonna start it off with Evil Dead 2. So, Evil Dead 2 stars Bruce Campbell, and what this film is basically about. It's about, it sort of takes place, sort of takes place after where the original film left off. And, Ash is basically stuck in the cabin now. He's stuck in the cabin with the evil and with all the demons and everything. And later on, a group of people that, are coming to the cabin to find, her parents and stuff, they join along with him. So, what did I think of Evil Dead 2? Now, last year when I did Horrorfest, I reviewed the original Evil Dead. And I very much enjoyed it. It was a really good horror movie, I found it to be very scary, very creative and original, actually. And it was just a very enjoyable horror film. And going into the sequel, I was very excited because I've heard so many great things about the sequel, of how much it's better than the original. So I was just very excited to see the sequel. So what did I think of it? I really don't get the praise with it. I seriously don't. Now, this is not a bad movie or anything. This is far from a bad movie. But I just didn't enjoy it that much, really. It's not that good of a movie. I just didn't really enjoy Evil Dead 2. I appreciate what Sam Raimi was trying to do. Like, I get what he was trying to do with this sequel, but it just really wasn't for me. I just didn't enjoy Evil Dead 2. Now, let's get into my positives, because I do have positives with the movie. And the positives are, first being the acting. I actually thought the acting was pretty solid in the movie. Bruce Campbell, he's still enjoyable as Ash. I do enjoy him in the movie. He was very good as Ash. I thought he did a very good job in the movie. I really enjoyed Bruce Campbell in the film. He gave a very good performance. And all the rest of the characters gave a good performance too. I thought all the other characters gave good performances as well. The creepy, imagery and stuff, all the creepy stuff that happens in the movie was really well done. I actually thought, it was actually very much well done in my opinion. I thought they did do a good job with those moments. The comedy, it does work at moments. There are moments where the comedy does work. I will say the funniest scene in the entire movie, it involves a deer head. That's all I'm going to say. I thought that was hysterical. So, there's some comedy that does work in the movie, in my opinion. There were some times that I did laugh. So, yeah. I thought, like I said, I appreciate the creativity and stuff that Sam Raimi did with this movie. The movie is very creative, and I do appreciate that. I really like that with the film. Also with the practical effects as well. I like how he uses practical effects in this movie as well. I very much appreciate that as well. Some of the writing is pretty good. I did think some of the writing was good with the movie. The directing is very great with the film. It's directed by Sam Raimi, like I said, and he does a great job directing the film. I will say this, the best thing about the movie is the directing. I do love the directing with Evil Dead 2. And the pacing is good at moments. The pacing is good at moments. It's only an hour and 24 minutes, and the pacing does move pretty good at points, so yeah. Now the negatives that I have with the film. First being, although the performances from the people are good, I didn't care for the characters, to be honest. Besides Ash, I really didn't care for the group of people, really. Their performances were good. I thought they gave good performances, but the characters themselves, I just didn't care for. I felt they were just very thrown in, oh, we need other characters in this movie, so let's just throw these people in. That's all I felt like they were there for, I just didn't really care for them all that much. I was just I could care less if you died, to be honest, because I didn't think they were very well developed, honestly. Like I said, the performances are good, but just the characters themselves, I just didn't care for. The comedy, for the most part, falls flat on its face, really. I really didn't think this movie was that funny, to be honest. Like I said, there are some funny moments in this movie. Like I said, the scene involving the deer head, that was hysterical. That was the best scene in the entire movie. But for the most part, the comedy really doesn't work. Like, to be honest, like, I'm just sitting there with a blank face, with a blank expression on my face. And what's a comedy's main objective to do? To make you laugh. And I was not laughing throughout most of this film. I felt very bored. Honestly, I just thought most of the jokes in this movie really fell flat on its face. Some of the writing is really, really terrible with this movie. Like, really bad. Like, honestly, like, there's some really, really awful writing with the movie. I thought some of the writing was really, really terrible with the movie. I really hated the writing with the film. The stop motion feels very out of place, to be honest. Like, I really did think the stop motion was honestly awful. Like, they only use it a couple times in the movie, but every time they use the stop motion in the film, it was just terrible, to be honest. Like, I really hated it. It just looked really awful and really, really terrible, to be honest. So, yeah. The movie gets a little too ridiculous. Honestly, the movie gets really, really ridiculous. You know what I mean? The movie just gets too ridiculous and too stupid at moments in this movie. I'm like, what is going on? Like, seriously, at moments in this movie, I was just going, what is going on? Like, it just gets really stupid and really ridiculous at some moments. And finally, this movie, for the most part, is so boring. Holy moly, I was bored throughout most of this movie because it wasn't making me laugh. I wasn't invested all that much, really. I was really bored at moments with this movie. Like, I'm like, just move on. Like, just do something. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Guys, honestly, Evil Dead 2, I really don't get the praise with the movie. If you enjoyed the movie, that's good. I could definitely see why people enjoyed this movie. But honestly, I don't think this movie was really for me. It was just not that good of a film. The comedy falls flat on its face for the most part. I didn't care for any of the characters besides Ash, really. You know, the writing's really terrible, so yeah. So, it's time for my official grade on Evil Dead 2, and my official grade on Evil Dead 2 is a C+. It's honestly just a mediocre movie. It could have been a lot better than it was, to be honest. I didn't really enjoy Evil Dead 2, so yeah, just a very bland and forgettable film. So, what did you guys think of Evil Dead 2? Leave in the comment section below. I'm WWEFan0599, and we will see you all tomorrow for my review for Zombieland. Peace.